Oh, hey everybody. What we're going to do today is we're going to learn all about lines. Parallel lines, perpendicular lines, intersecting lines. But before we get started, what I'd like to do is introduce you guys to a song over that I stumbled across over from my good friends over at Study Jams. That's studyjams.com. I highly recommend this site. And let's listen to it and listen to these different types of lines, sing along, have fun. It's only a minute and a half. Lines are everywhere, that's for sure. In buildings and in roads, even in nature. And when they're classified, it's easier for me to solve tough problems in geometry. Horizontal lines, straight left and right, vertical lines, up and down to the sky, intersecting lines, cross all the time, parallel lines, never touch the other lines, perpendicular lines, intersect at right angle. Lines can run in different ways. See them on the page and give them different names. Lines can be found in most everything we see, because they shape the world in front of me. Horizontal lines, straight left and right, vertical lines, up and down to the sky, intersecting lines, cross all the time, parallel lines, never touch the other lines, perpendicular lines, intersect at right angle. Okay, we are back. Um, yeah, that's a fun song. I always get a little, I always get into it. Let's put it that way. So, as it said, we're going to learn about perpendicular lines, parallel lines, and intersecting lines. So, let's take a look at a group of lines right now. This may look familiar to you guys. Oh, a blank piece of paper. You guys see any lines on here? I see all sorts of lines. So let's just highlight one line. A little ruler around here. I'll highlight one line. And that is a straight line. Yes, in this lesson, we're going to call it a straight line, not a straight angle, even though they are the same thing. And on this point right here, I'm going to label this A, label this B. So this is line AB. And the way that looks is it's going to say A, B, and you're going to have a line right up top there. So that is how we identify lines. If you remember the angles, it was kind of like the less than symbol. Okay, so this is how we identify lines the line AB. Now what if I said, there's another point on here called C. Could that line be called BC? BC. Or could it be called AC? So, and the answer is yes. These are points on the same line. So I'm just going to go line AB could equal AC. And it could also equal line BC. Why? Because they are all lines, or I'm sorry, they are all points on the same straight line. Okay. So I wanted to start off with that. So let's move to something else right here. So we know that was a line. We gave it a couple of different names, but it was all the straight line. Let's draw another one right here. And then actually let's draw two. what do we notice about these two lines? If I kept going with these two lines all the way off the paper and through the walls one way and all the way through the paper and through the walls another way, and then do the same thing with this line, would they ever touch? Would they ever touch if they remained a straight line? The answer is no. We can see that if those arrows kept going one direction or another, they would never, ever touch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call parallel lines. These are parallel lines. This is one pair of parallel lines. These are two lines that'll never, ever touch, ever. Yeah, let's try another one. Those are parallel lines. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing here. And then I'm gonna come up. Let's do the best we can to form a right angle, you guys. A right angle. I'm gonna do the best I possibly can to form a right angle. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, that came out pretty good. That came out really good. As a matter of fact, I see 4 right angles. So, but I see 2 lines. Let's call this A, B, and this will be line C, D. So I see line AD and line CD, they cross. Fantastic. So if they cross and they cross at a right angle, there's one right here, and I can do the same thing here, I can do the same thing here and here. If they cross at a right angle, these are called perpendicular lines. Again, perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. And my favorite part of that song that we just sang together was perpendicular lines, intersected right angles. So this is what we see 2 lines here, A, B, and C, D, and they intersect at right angles. That is a perpendicular, those are perpendicular lines. It takes 2 lines to make perpendicular lines. Last one that we're going to learn about today. Last one. Okay. This one doesn't have to be so precise right here. And I see that they are crossing. Wow. I see an obtuse angle right here. Huge, obtuse, obese, obnoxious. Another one right down here, and then I see 2 acute angles. And when I look where, we'll call this AB again, and we'll call this C and then D. When I see where they cross, in this vertex right here, I do not see a right angle. And I also see that these lines are touching. What's the difference between parallel lines and this line right here? Parallel lines, they never, ever, ever touch. Okay, this is called, or I should say, these are called intersecting lines. Intersecting lines, lines that touch, that have a common vertex right here. And let's get everything out of there. I like to be exact. So have a common vertex right there, but do not cross at right angles. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys, you have your hands raised and you're saying, hey, can a, oh, where is it? No, that's not it. That's not it. There it is. Can perpendicular lines also be called intersecting lines? Yes, they can, because these perpendicular lines are crossing. Right here, that center, these perpendicular lines are crossing, they are touching, so they are also intersecting, but they're intersecting at a right angle. So the proper name for this is perpendicular lines, but you could also call them intersecting lines because they are touching. So in math, we would look at this right here and we would say these are perpendicular lines. You would not be incorrect if you say these are intersecting lines as well. Thank you all, share. So I hope that helped you out. You probably were introduced to this in third grade. We're gonna build upon this in the future lessons to come this year. But those are the differences between a perpendicular line, a parallel line, and an intersecting line. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you enjoyed the tune. And until next time, you guys, you just keep being the superstars that you always have been and always will be. I'll see you soon.